Greetings and salutations, how's everybody doing? So we're back to talk about episodes of Doctor Who, episodes. In this case, we're looking at The Girl in the Fireplace. This episode was the 4th episode of Series 2. Before I get into talk about it though, I have a question for you. We are? For you. So what was this episode? Well, in this episode, repair androids from a spaceship from the 51st century create time windows to stalk Madame de Pompadour throughout her life. Then they seek to move her brain as a replacement part for a spaceship at a particular point in her life, as they believe her to be compatible with the ship. When I was first watching the show back in college, I can't remember if I actually watched the show. Because when you watch a show, sometimes episodes will just bleed over because you'll just go say, oh, okay, yeah, and then you'll just say, oh, I remember that specific episode and all that. And I gotta say, I think in the fact that this is the first episode in which Mickey becomes part of the crew, it seems to go well. It seems okay, there's no argumentative things, because that was always one of the things that was going on between the Ninth Doctor and Mickey, always shut up, Ricky, and all that stuff. But both costume wise and production value, I really like this episode. I like the moments at the beginning when the Doctor is telling young Renette about hey, don't worry, there's not a monster.
Renette, don't look round. You stay exactly where you are.
And all that. And I did think the fact that, ever so often, even though he's gone minutes in his perspective, he goes say, I'm gonna be right back. In actuality, he's been gone years. And I'm gonna say that in a way, it kind of feels like how, you move away, and then suddenly you reach back from a friend or relative, and then suddenly, oh, wow, you didn't have kids, or in a way, dang, or something like that, they realize, how much things have changed in life, and all that. And I really do like the look of the clockwork folk. It looks a very cool look. At first thought, when they were showing, the images, I'm surprised there wasn't, oh, these, the masks of the clockwork, the masks they wear. It really wouldn't have surprised me if this would have later influenced, masks in, say, Italy, because remember at one point they said, or something like that, because I remember, a lot of masks that were, European masks and all that, Mardi Gras and all that, and I did like the fact that, there was a bit of a relationship between the Doctor and Madame de Pompadour. And apparently this episode is inspired by the Time Traveler's Wife, which you can totally see the Doctor is appearing in different points in her life. Getting this friendship, getting this slowly a relationship.
So many questions, so little time.
Mademoiselle Poisson!
And you do have some bit of how goofy the Doctor can be, when he's just saying, hey, he's froze wine on the clockwork robots.
It's you!
You're my favourite. You are the best. You know why? Because you're so thick. You're Mr. Thickety, thick face from Thick Town, Thickania. And so's your dad.
Or when he's like on a horse and he jumps through the window, and they say, because at one point they said we need a vehicle or something like that, because there's a horse on the ship. But I gotta say, the big dramatic element moment of the episode is the sequence in which he's telling Renee, like, hey, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna be right back. I want you to look at the stars. And just like in every sequence in this episode in which he says he's gonna be right back, like, you know, he goes to hug Mickey, he goes to hug Rose and all that. By the time he gets back, it's been several years, and she passes. Ugh. It is such a, it made, like, you know, it goes like, see, make it jerker for you. Tearjerker a bit. And it won a 2007 Hugo Award in 2007 for Best Dramatic Presentation for a short film. And I thought this one was really good. I thought the episode was well done, the production value, the costumes, and of it all. At times, like, you know, the bit of spookiness of it, like, you know, the vibes and all that. I really liked it. I thought this was a good episode and all that. Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. It was very entertaining, it was dramatic, and all that. So overall, a pretty good episode to come back to. That's just how I see it, though. See you next time.